I've thought about doing something like this for months. Ever since I started teaching on YouTube, I've always wanted to put together some kind of free bootcamp or free mentorship, because I know everyone can't access paid services, and I appreciate that. That's completely fine. So that's what we're actually doing over the next 20 days. Every single day I'm going to be posting a video. This will be day number 1, and this is the 15th. I'm recording this on the 15th. I'll probably post this tomorrow on the 16th. Now, what can you expect? We're going to talk through a few things, right? We're going to go through candlesticks, basic candlestick structure, basic market structure, but we're also going to go into more depth into these concepts. We'll talk about my model, my macro model, how to use it with macros in the Asian session, the London session, the New York session, AM and PM. We're going to talk about how you can apply this system to any session. Now, I'm going to use a checklist as well throughout these lessons that I've got in my free Discord. So if you're not yet in there, feel free to click the link below in the description and feel free to join that. But I wanted to have a little bit of real talk with you guys. Again, no editing, very minimal, just me talking to the camera here. You have to put in the work. You're going to watch this video, I know, and I reckon a lot of people are going to drop off after the 3rd or 4th video. You look back to ICT's mentorship, you look back to the 2022 mentorship, have a look yourself. Look at the very first video and look at the last video. Look how many people are at the start versus towards the end. And I expect that to happen here. But for those that do stay through, those that stick through, you're hopefully going to get a lot of value. You're going to build a better understanding of the market, how the market moves, how I view the market, how I trade the market, how I've managed to get multiple payouts with Apex, with Top Step, with My Fund of Futures, with Take Profit Trader, and how I've done this in the last 2.5 years. So it's not easy. You know, the journey of learning how to trade is not easy. I remember starting my journey, learning the process, literally thinking to myself, what is a market structure shift, or what's a fair value gap? And I had a mentor at the time, and I look back 2.5 years ago to where I am now, and you'll do the same thing. Even if you've started 6 months ago, you've improved from 6 months ago. I can guarantee that almost. Now, there's no guarantees with what you're going to achieve with this mentorship or with this bootcamp, but I can highly say that with great confidence that you're going to learn something and you're going to take something away, and that if you implement all the things I'm talking about over the next 20 days, you put yourself in the best position possible to not only improve your trading, not only improve your psychology, we'll talk about that too, but to improve your trading style and potentially to become profitable, potentially start passing accounts, potentially start getting payouts. And that's the goal, right? The goal is to make money, to make consistent money, to have freedom, to help yourself, to help your family, to help those around you. That's the purpose of trading for a lot of people. Now, I wanted to introduce myself, my journey a little bit in this video, because I know some people do know. If you've been on my YouTube lives or if you're from my Discord, you might know where I'm from. Now, my name's Reuben. I'm 26, I'm from Australia, and I'm actually from a town just south of Sydney. We'll leave it there. I've been trading for 2.5 years, as I said, and I actually started off with trading the New York session. So I learned the New York session to start the AM session, so I know how that works. Then when daylight savings happened in Australia, which is actually this time 2 years ago, I said to myself, how am I going to trade New York session? Because I was working full time, and I knew that the times are going to be pushed back, which is way too late for me. Now, because of that, I had to adapt, and adapting to things is really important as a trader, and we'll talk more about it as we go on, but being adaptable, being flexible, you need that quality to be profitable. It's as simple as that. If you're way too rigid-minded, it's going to be very tricky to succeed. I had to adapt. I started looking more at London session, which I used to trade Forex in anyway, but not futures. And then I started to see how you could trade London session for futures, but I had to find a way to trade it. That's when I came across ICT's mentorship, the 2022. I watched that for about 2-3 weeks, pumped it all out, took notes. But just like you guys should do today, just like I did, and all the other videos I post in this bootcamp, take notes. Yes, watch this video, but please take notes. And please, to get the most out of this, feel free to join the free community, ask questions there. Everyone's going to help each other, the Discord community. But not only that, you have to put in the work for yourself. You have to collect data for yourself. You have to, if I'm talking about swing lows, swing highs, market structure, you have to find examples from current price, previous price, if you want to do back testing, and do a lot of study, right? You're a constant learner. I am still a constant learner of the markets. I haven't stopped learning. I found my model. Yes, it works. It's profitable. I teach people that here on YouTube, in my Discord, whatever. But please don't underestimate the work that you're going to have to put in. Come to these videos every day with an open mind, with the open-mindedness to learn something. Even if you have some experience and we're talking about basic structure, you might learn something. So it's still worth your watch and worth your time. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through from start to finish. Now, Once I started trading London session, I also expanded into the PM session and started trading that. It's very early in the morning for Australia. And then I started looking into Asian sessions. So I've actually traded all sessions. At the moment, I trade mainly the Asian and the London session. In the past, though, I've traded the New York AM, the New York PM. I've traded that enough that I know how it works, I know how it behaves. So I'm going to tailor this bootcamp to everyone that trades maybe the Asian, the London, the New York AM, the New York PM, and there'll be specific examples and discussions and videos for those particular sessions. So stick around for that, because again, that'll come as the weeks go on. And so that's a little bit about me. I'm in a profitable state now. I'm making money month on end, and it's enough for me to be satisfied. And a lot of people ask me about that. Start with small goals. We'll talk about that. Start with small goals and build up from there. Build goals. Build these achievements. Don't set the bar way too high. Set the bar here, every day, here, and slowly build up so you can achieve these goals that are attainable. That is my first piece of advice there. So I thought I'd introduce myself for those that don't know. Again, I'm from Australia, so my time zone here currently when I'm recording this video, it's the Asian session and it's accessible to me. But I'm gonna make this bootcamp applicable to everyone. So any session. So if you're watching this and you say, well, Reuben, I only trade the New York session, it'll be for you. If you only trade the London, it'll also be for you. And we're going to go through so many things in this bootcamp. We're going to talk psychology. We're going to talk risk management. We're going to talk prop firms. We're going to talk payouts. We're going to talk evals. We're going to talk strategies, all these different bits and pieces. But come with an open mind. Come with the open mind to learn, take notes, show me what you've taken in the Discord. Join the Discord and post it. And I'll have a specific section in my Discord that I'm going to be creating that'll actually be for notes. So people can interact with you, and I can also interact with the community there. So it's been a long time coming. It's been 2.5 years since I started learning how to trade, and I just wanted to build something like this for free for the community, for everyone. And even if you're a part of my paid service, you're still going to get some value from this, I believe. So we're going to start from the very bare basics, move into things that are a little bit more complex, and then work from there. But again, there'll be 20 episodes, very raw this video, very little cutting in this video, just me talking to you guys, some charts in the background, which we'll get into in the next episode. We're going to talk every single day for 20 days straight. I'm going to record videos every single day. I don't know how long they're going to be. Some are going to be 10 minutes, some might be 20 or 30, some might be 5. It's really going to depend on what the topic is that I'm talking about and what comes to mind. So I want it to be raw, I want it to be realistic, and I want it to be accessible to everyone. That is my belief. I want people to be able to get information for free. If they want to pay for premium, that's fine. That's an extra resource. And yeah, come with an open mind, be ready to learn, take notes, join that Discord if you haven't already, and post your stuff in there, because that is what's required. You know, a lot of people don't understand before getting into trading that it is not a get rich quick scheme. I don't care what you see on social media. I don't care who's flexing their Lamborghini. I don't care who's flexing their Rolex. I don't care who is flexing 20, 30, 40K months. I guarantee you most of these people are making money from Discord subscriptions and from selling courses. While I do have a Discord, I can tell you right now that what I make from my Discord and what I make from affiliates is nowhere close to what I make from trading, what I've made from trading. And that's how it's probably going to stay. You know, my premium community is quite small and I like that. It's very tight knit. We can work together. And so I want this to be realistic for you. Don't come into this with the goal of making 10K a month after a month of learning. If that's your goal, you're going to fail miserably and very quickly. Come in with an open mind, come in with the ability to learn, to want to grasp concepts and to apply these concepts. Come in with that, with a sense of hope, but also the appreciation with how much work is going to be required, and it's going to take time. If you can't sacrifice a little bit of time every day, it's going to be tricky. I get it. You know, I've been there. I've worked full time. I've traveled. I used to work full time. I used to travel. So if you're familiar with Australia and you're familiar with Sydney and familiar with a place called Wollongong, maybe from my Australian viewers, it's about an hour and a half from Sydney. I used to travel for work 4 or 5 hours sometimes. And I used to travel on weekends, and then I used to do work and do overtime. And guess what? Guess what I'd be doing with the spare 1 or 2 hours I have every day? I'd be studying. Could I be watching TV? Yeah, I could be. Could I have been doing something else? Yes, but what did I do? I sacrificed time at the start. Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, it's you know, you're sacrificing other things, but that sometimes is what's necessary. You need some kind of sacrifice. And so I don't want people to think that you're going to come in and watch these videos and then you can do no work on the outside and you think you can be profitable. It's not going to work. So if that's you, please click away. But if you're willing to put in work, if you're ready to do it, if you're ready to learn, stick around, leave any questions in the comments of these videos. And I'm going to respond to every single comment. Every single comment, right? Good or bad, I'll respond. It doesn't bother me. Hate, who cares? Positive comments, we'll take them, right? But I'll respond to all your comments down below. And if you're ready, right, join in. Let me know in the comments, say I'm ready. Let me know you're ready to join. Let me know you're ready to put in the work. And again, join the free Discord, guys. I look forward to doing these videos. I really do, over the next 20 days. Start posting in there and start taking notes. And hopefully this is something that for years to come, people can use as a resource to learn. And that's my main goal. I want you guys to learn. I want you guys and girls, right, to build confidence in the markets. But with that being said, guys, we'll talk very soon. I'll see you in the first episode tomorrow. Peace out.